It has been said that lightning never strikes twice in the same place. But here in the high Sonoran Desert, wherever it strikes can be dangerous. Due to the dry winter weather, with months in between the slightest sprinkling, you have to wonder how the desert habitat maintains its beauty. Today we are covering the wildfires, 20 miles long and reaching 5 miles into Mexico. There has been a full moon, and between the cool evening temperature and the brightly lit nights, conditions are good to attempt the arduous journey across the border into the United States. But aside from the usual treacherous landscape and the dangers of the desert, a new obstacle has occurred this evening for migrant workers entering the United States illegally by the light of the moon. Wildfires on the border, stretching into Mexico and running with the wind over the dry countryside, without warning, have become deadly demons for the migrant, mercilessly scattering them in the heat and smoke of the night, leaving them lost, scared, and confused in a new country, seeking to find a way out of the turmoil while carrying everything they will need for a life in the new world on their back. They ask only for water. Migrant workers are very family orientated, and they would normally work and return home. But because of the tightening of border security, they now bring their families with them. Having traveled miles through the undeveloped countryside of Mexico, they have had no access to any form of modern communication or warnings of the dangerous conditions that lay ahead of them. This family walked into the burning countryside, forcing them to find a road to hopefully seek help. We were one of the last vehicles to leave the area that day that had been recently closed. My son and I found this family lost and out of water. In their desperation, they asked for help finding a U.S. Border Patrol unit and waited in relative safety until we could get to a location with cell service. We gave out our own water and energy bars to these refugees from the desert fires. After all, we would be home in a few hours. We did find a Border Patrol unit, and they responded to the migrants' location. I come home now from the border to a small, secure home. I have a drink and begin to download the day's photos while starting the grill. Reflecting on the day's events, I sometimes find it hard to believe that we are actually in America.